Thanks, Frankie. Vacation season is in full swing, but there's one unwelcome visitor that could put a damper on things, whether you're at home or traveling. Joining us now is Dale Kurt with Orkin Canada to talk about the dreaded bed bugs. Dale, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Okay, so Dale, it's so funny that they put out a list, and I'm going to read this list, and I know we have a board for it. Toronto is at the top of cities with bed bug populations in this country. Yep, it's at the very, very top. Scarborough, by the way, at number 9. That's where I grew up. So we got to ask you, how in this day and age, and in a city this modern, are we still dealing with a problem like this?
It's just increased travel all the time, Adam. That's how bed bugs get brought around to different cities. People staying in hotels in different cities, different countries, moving around, whether it's for business or pleasure, and it gets dropped off. Bed bugs are extremely hard to get rid of. It's one of the hardest pests to eliminate. And it just takes a lot of hard work and effort, so they're very persistent. We don't have the same products that we had years ago to get rid of them. More environmentally products are great for the environment, but you know, it's better for bed bugs because it's harder to get rid of them as well.
Right. So one of the things that we were talking off camera about, and I think this is a really important point, when you have bed bugs, oftentimes people are embarrassed by the fact that they have them. So they won't say anything, try to get rid of them themselves, and you're saying very, very, very difficult to do.
Exactly, yeah. And people shouldn't be embarrassed. It's not because of a sanitation issue. It's just bad luck that they end up getting them in their home or wherever, workplace, things like that. So best thing is to deal with it, report it to your landlord, let's deal with it, let's check adjacent areas, and because it takes a unified effort to get all the adjacent areas done as well to do it properly.
Do you find that once they're on one floor of a building, they can spread up or down? Like, I'm thinking condos and that sort of thing, we're surrounded by them.
Exactly, it can. Every building's different as to how the construction is, but it's very possible. Or just within a building, if people have a bad problem in their unit as they're coming and going on walkers, strollers, wheelchairs, things like that, they can drop bed bugs everywhere they go.
Now, having thankfully never had them, what are the telltale signs that you have bed bugs?
Sometimes you will notice bites, not all the time though.
Like on your skin, on your person?
On your skin, yeah, exactly. Not everyone will react to bed bug bites though. Very rarely do you actually react. So a lot of people can be bitten for a long period of time. You can stay in a hotel room and be bitten and you'd have no clue that you've been bitten. So that's why sometimes it can be allowed to establish itself for months at a time before it actually ever gets reported. But eventually someone will react to the bites. People that are overly sensitive to like bee stings, things like that. And you'll get the bites and welts of varying stages. The other thing you can look for is once they get established, you'll actually see the live bugs. But you have to really look for them because they don't like to come out in the open. They're nocturnal. They don't like the light, so they're going to be staying into the dark cracks and crevices. You'll also see blood stains. When they take a blood meal, that's what they feed on from us. And then when they excrete blood, so it'll be a dark reddish, dark black color, and it'll be on pillowcases, bed sheets, linens, mattresses, things like that.
So you may not see the bite or the bug, but if you see little blood stains, you may now give you guys a shout at Orkin and kind of have you come in and do you do like a consultation and say, yeah, you have it, or no?
We definitely want to do an inspection because you want to be sure, because a lot of people nowadays, they get a little itchiness on their hand and right away they think they had a bed bug bite. Like everything nowadays is a bed bug bite, no matter what it is. So very important to confirm that because it's a very extensive treatment. You don't want to go through the treatment if it's not bed bugs. So really critical, confirm that it is bed bugs. Like I said, it's hard to find them sometimes. If it's a low infestation, even a trained technician might not be able to see a live bed bug in a home. So there's other alternatives. We have canine divisions who actually bring dogs through that can actually smell a single bed bug that's down inside a radio or crack.
Kidding.
That's really amazing. It's much more effective than a visual inspection.
Yeah, dogs are amazing, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Well, Dale, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate all of this. If you want more information on this, of course, go to breakfasttelevision.ca. Dale Kurt from Orkin Canada.
You're very welcome.